Well, we have another question. This is from Kay, and Kay asks, is there a best strategy to follow? And I'm just going to add to that and say, what are the elements of an effective strategy for business in a social media context?
It does vary from business to business. I mean, for instance, Facebook is really good, as we all know, and there are other similar applications or platforms to Facebook which are more niche specific, like some artists prefer a certain platform to others, and that's fine. What I would say is when you start, to make sure you get a decent foundation, don't try and apply yourself to every platform out there. There's so many, and there's new ones coming out every month, and people rush off and they think they've got to do them all. And what they end up doing is all of them badly and none of them well.
Right.
So the strategy is, it will vary from business to business. And because I don't know what everyone's business is listening, I can't give you an example for everyone. But what I would say is go out and pick 4 or 5 and master them and get the very best from them and stick with them. For instance, the way I think about it is, it can, if you're not careful, social media can take up a lot of your time to maintain it. So get a mixture of those that you have to maintain fairly regularly and those that you don't. Because, for example, YouTube, you can always record a video, put it onto YouTube, and you don't have to change it for like 6 months because of the nature of the media. So that's an easy one to do. And again, there's Flickr where you can upload photographs very easily so that people can see what you're all about. Maybe if you run sessions or workshops, you've got photos of your workshops there. SlideShare is another really good one. If you've got PowerPoint presentations that you've given to people, stick those on SlideShare. You don't have to update them. You just, you've done your PowerPoint presentation, now upload it onto SlideShare. So there's 2 or 3 areas where you really don't have to do a lot of maintenance, so they can form a really good a foundation of a really good social networking strategy for you. Then on top of that, of course, if you've got a blog, which I would highly recommend you do, that takes a bit of maintenance because people like to add a bit of new stuff every day, of course. We all know how, I mean, Twitter, okay, some people send out 3 or 4 tweets a day, but is that any big deal? Because you're only 140 characters. I don't think that's a big deal. So, and also on top of that, Facebook again, once you've updated Facebook, once you've got your profile set, it only takes a few minutes every day to go on and change your status or add a few more photographs. So my advice would be, pick 4 or 5, really work them to the limit, become experts on them, and mix them with low maintenance ones and high maintenance ones, and then link them all together.
Okay. Well, I understand what you're saying with using low maintenance and high maintenance tools.
Yeah.
What I was wondering about is, who should you be adding? Because it's a fine balance between becoming very spammy and building out a network of people that are actually useful people that are interested in what you have to say.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there.
How do you get it right?
Right. Let's look at Twitter. I mean, Twitter, as you see, these people have got like, they're following 23,000 people and they've got 24,000 following them. And you've got to ask yourself sometimes, does that serve a purpose? So when I follow people on Twitter, I genuinely follow the people that I respect and look at what they've said and what they do and think, yeah, I'm genuinely interested in that guy or that lady. Whatever they're doing, I want to be hearing about what they're doing, so I follow them. Then, of course, you get loads of people following you. And I look at, when I get a note saying someone's following you on Twitter, I go and look and I think, why is this person following me? Oh, I can see, great, I'm going to follow them back because they've got similar interests to me, and that is what you're all about, is building rapport and with like-minded people again. If I see someone who has got absolutely nothing in common with me, so as obviously just putting me as part of their collection, what I'll do then is I don't follow them back.
Right.
So what you find in time, all these people who are very transient with this, they fall off. Sometimes they stop following you because you didn't follow them in return. But I only follow people that I believe that are of interest and that, you know, we could build a rapport. And again, you can say the same with Facebook. Facebook, you get lots of friend requests from from people you've never heard of. They've got nothing in common, and sometimes it's good to say, oh, thanks for adding me as a friend. I just wondered what made you do that. I can't see that we've got anything in common. Is there anything that we could discuss? Or just give them the opportunity to give them a reason why, give you a reason why they're following you. Sometimes it's not obvious. Other times they'll think, blimey, he's got a good point, and may choose not to follow you in the future. But I think this trend at one stage, you follow me and I'll follow you, is just the wrong way to go. Absolutely the wrong way to go. And some people do it because they feel they ought to, and it's the kind thing to do. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about what you're interested in. And people that just build up lists for the sake of it are no better than the people that spam with email, in my book, you know. I would much rather see people with a small following, but when I look at it, can see a thread running through it.
Yes.
And that's my advice. Not everyone agrees with that, but it's something that I've spent a lot of time talking to some big companies on how they do it, some experts in America on how they do it, and also my observations myself, because I've done an awful lot of testing and just seeing why people follow me and if we've got any synergy and what they do if I don't follow them back and all those sort of things.
Right.
There was even software at one stage, I actually think it's banned now, that it would automatically make you follow someone if they followed you. So if someone followed you, they clicked on, you got the notification, this software kicked in, and in return, without even having to do anything, your Twitter account would then start following that person. But I think I'm right in saying that Twitter banned that fairly recently. And
oh, right.
I think that's a good.
They banned it.
Yeah, I'm sure I saw something coming out from the people themselves that supplied the software saying Twitter no longer want to use this, which I think is a good thing because it gave it a bad name.
Well, I think what you're saying is use it for what it's meant to be used for.
Absolutely.
Rather than trying to come out with ways to trick it.
Yeah.
Into getting a big list.
Yeah. Because it's going. When social media came out, it was the right thing. It was collaboration, talking, getting to know people, sharing experiences, etc., etc. And then all the people who want to make a few dollars overnight jumped on board, and they're taking it to the degree of where, you know, it's like I said just now, it's like being spammed by email. It's like people just trying to get you to sign up to something so they've got a big list. People are forgetting what social media is all about. And we need to get back to that.